Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of What's Poppin', Season 3, Episode 5. A little bit different cast today because we've had some issues with scheduling. Of course, it's going to happen. We're a bunch of high schoolers, busy lives. But with me, I have the ever so talented Ethan Hyatt. I'm your host, Andy Shinoy, and we have a special guest today, actually. And
what?
He's been here before. So Ethan, I know you know who it is, but let's pretend like you don't.
Who is it?
I have here with us today.
Is it
You want choices?
Yeah, give me options.
Okay, so choice A, is it Cooper Gant, opinion editor on Talon? Choice B, is it Corey Sayer, maybe, where we had around, I think, September, maybe? He came on an episode somewhere last semester. And then we have Mr. Yonda, coordinator of TCTV, Talon, and TCFM, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Who do you think I have with me here today?
I think... Do you want me to guess the right answer or the wrong answer?
Right answer.
I think you have Corey with you.
Well,
I think it's Mr. Yonda.
Ethan, I'm going to tell you something. You are correct.
Whoa!
We have Corey Sayer in the building.
In the house. You could say Corey is in the house.
We could say that.
Okay.
Corey's in the house. So Corey, welcome to the podcast for the second time.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me back. It's
Right.
always a pleasure.
The last episode you were here was a hit. So of course we have to have you back.
Of course.
But however, transitioning to the first topic, bring it down a little bit. Rest in peace to the King, Larry King. His journalistic skills have made a massive impact on the industry, and he will forever be remembered as a legend. Another RIP to artist Sophie, all capital, who died earlier this morning, January 30th, due to a fatal accident. We're assuming a car accident.
Yeah.
Could be really anything. She most namely worked on a song with Charlie XCX, which is called Vroom Vroom, popular TikTok song. And she was an Irish artist, I think, set to win a couple Grammys. I'm not sure about that one, but they just keep on dying younger and younger. It's not great. All right, now to lighten the mood, Wanda Vision, new episode.
Have you seen
Corey.
it? Have you seen it, Corey?
I have seen it.
Alright.
This has to be my favorite episode.
You'll have to give me a signal, because I'm gonna.
You just want to do finger guns again?
Yell really.
Have you not seen it, Ethan?
It'll be funny because I won't be able to hear you. I haven't seen it yet. No.
He's gonna read our lips.
Yeah. Okay, I think he muted himself.
Yeah.
Oh, first off, spoiler alert, most definitely. In post, I'll tell you when to skip to, but dude, this episode was amazing.
My favorite has to be my favorite out of just like the intro with like her coming back from the blip, and I was like, I was expecting like another like an 80s sitcom. I thought it was like 60s, 50s. I was just so much. And then they had Darcy come back, which was this has to be favorite episode. I'm so glad Ethan agrees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting them to give context to all the weird things going on. I'm extremely happy they did.
Oh yeah, cool. Definitely.
I love how everything just played into each other. The story was really well told. It added everything up. Ethan was correct in his prediction that it was a hazmat person going up into the sewers, because he said that a beekeeper was the closest thing Wanda could think of. I think that was a great prediction from Ethan, who can't hear it right now. But yeah, really good episode. Really
yes,
good.
Definitely.
What do you think is going to be happening next episode? It's really hard to tell. It's really hard.
I know. It could go any which way. I don't know if we're gonna actually go back to another 80s sitcom, because I know in the trailers we've seen like of the TV show being in a more modern situation. So I don't know if they're gonna leave off there or they're gonna give us more backstory on I personally want to get more backstory on Monica, because I do not.
Yeah. I would like that too. I think what's gonna happen is, like you said, they're gonna do an 80s episode, and if not that, it's gonna be a mix of an 80s and a actual part, like the actual world going on outside of the WandaVision nonsense in that what's it called? That area? I don't know. But
Her
it's either going
Wanda's
to be a mix
bubble.
or it's going to be a full 80s episode. Is
Yeah.
what I'm thinking. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
But I think it's definitely gonna have like those things like in the second episode it had the red helicopter and then the beekeeper and then like the blips and the jumps in the
Mhm.
actual like episode.
Yeah.
So I think that it's definitely gonna be filled with some of that.
All right. I think it's safe for Ethan to come back now.
All right, let's bring him back in.
Okay. What did he say to do? Scream?
I think it was finger guns.
Okay. Finger guns.
Dang.
All right, I can hear you again.
I'm so glad.
How was the discussion?
Good
It was a
discussion.
discussion.
Good discussion.
Good.
Another good discussion to have among social rights
Us.
activists. Might be very happy about this. It's not confirmed yet, but Brie Larson supposedly wants all leads in the new Captain Marvel 2 to be female. How do y'all feel about this?
I think it could be cool.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't think you can. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. Like with Wonder Woman, it works because the whole island is females. But
Mhm.
Captain Marvel, I'm interested to see if they'll just ignore the existence of males.
Maybe like males will play not so lead roles.
Yeah, I could
Yeah.
see that too.
That's
Yeah.
what my thought was, that they would still have male roles in that.
They just
film,
won't
but I don't
be
think
as
it'd be,
big.
like,
That makes sense.
important. Yeah.
I think it can
But that
definitely
means
be done.
there can't
but-
be any or there can't be any like male Marvel superheroes in it either.
Yeah. And
I
like
think what's going to happen is that they're going to cast a majority female leads, and there might be still a couple male leads.
Yeah,
but-
I think there'll be there'll be a few male leads, but it'll be mostly
yeah, I think they have to bring the scrolls back
Oh yeah,
because they were
Yeah.
left. They were
Nick
left.
Fury.
Nick Fury. Yeah, I was gonna say next. I think they just have to bring him back. But
I have a
Marvel can do
question.
whatever they want.
What's your question?
This is going back to Captain Marvel or WandaVision. I've seen a leak
Mhm.
that's Samuel L. Jackson talking about a Capital One card, and it's the Quicksilver card. That's not real, right? That's not really going to be like an ad in one of the episodes.
I don't think so.
Okay.
I don't.
Because in every video that's like crazy leak, it's always like that's always there, and I'm like, I think
Why
that's
don't you
just a real ad for a Quicksilver credit card.
It would be good marketing. It'd
I
be
mean,
really,
Samuel
good
Jackson.
marketing, but I don't think that's a real
That'd
thing.
be so
Okay,
funny.
just wanted to make sure.
It would be
Just wanted
funny.
to make sure.
It would be funny. Another funny thing is the King Kong versus Godzilla memes.
Oh yeah.
Those are
Yeah.
hilarious.
Mhm.
Some of them are a little edgy, but most of them are hilarious. But really though, who would win? King Kong or
What
Godzilla?
do you think? What do you think? I want to hear your opinion because I think me and Corey
Yeah.
are of the same
Yeah,
mindset here.
we've had this discussion.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's my thing. Godzilla is a freaking lizard monster. He's massive. We know how strong he is. He has powers. King Kong at the same time, he's a little bit smaller, but he's also like super strong at the same time. We've seen him do some crazy stuff. But I just don't think he'd have the upper hand on Godzilla. I really don't. And I know you're probably going to disagree with me, but I think Godzilla would win.
Let me. I see your point.
Mhm.
Now here's my rebuttal. Big monkey, right?
Right.
Finish. End of rebuttal.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the whole
He's-
rebuttal.
He's a big monkey. No,
Mhm.
so I do have real points. He
Mm.
Okay.
he has a higher intelligence
Mhm.
because he is a primate. He can wield weapons, and Godzilla can't. Godzilla's got little tiny T-Rex arms.
But he's got a tail, doesn't he?
Yes, but he can't wield weapons.
Can't wield his-
Okay, that's a fair point.
Kong can. Kong has
Yeah.
an axe. That's
Kong
made
has
out of-
Stormbreaker.
It looks like it's made out of one of Godzilla's scales, and that's why
Yeah,
it
that's what-
absorbs all
That's
the,
what I
blast
saw,
radius.
saw that it was his scales.
which is cool.
It's really cool.
or maybe not one of Godzilla's scales, but maybe one of, because they said there was a war and they're the only 2 survivors. So maybe one of the
monsters,
the Godzilla species scales. I think that King Kong, he's been training. Obviously, Godzilla has fought against those kaijus in the first one, and fought against King Ghidorah, and a bunch of monsters. Or no, really just King Ghidorah and King of the Monsters. But let me remind you that Godzilla was crazy juiced up by a nuke. He was supercharged, and that's the only reason he beat King Ghidorah. It's the only reason he won. King Kong, one, has range, which is what King Ghidorah had, and that's why he would have won. Because Godzilla doesn't have range. Obviously, he's got his little Dino Blast, but what else does he have, if not that? What else can he do? And King Kong's resistant to fire. So it's like...
Is he really?
His radioactive blast is not going to be as effective on King Kong, and he's got the axe that wields it. King Kong's been practicing, he's been taking out skull crawlers on Skull Island for like 30 years or something like that. So, he's got the preparations. Godzilla has fought 2 monsters and then dipped back into the ocean to swim around for 30 years. Kong in Kong Skull Island was pretty small, but he was still pretty big.
Right.
But he was also a baby. Skull Island.
Okay.
He's bigger now,
But how much bigger? Like Godzilla bigger?
A lot bigger,
or...
probably.
No, he's like almost the same.
He's a little smaller than Godzilla, but he's almost the same size.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, a counterpoint. I saw someone do the math.
Oh, God. All right.
And a monkey can lift 10 times their weight. So...
Are they an ant?
Yeah. I mean,
a monkey.
He's a big monkey. It's a gorilla. Can lift 10 times their weight.
Oh.
And so they did the math. They calculated both their weights. And it would take 151 Kongs to lift one Godzilla. But... I think they were taking the weight of smaller Kong before he got big in the new one. I think is the problem.
Didn't you say that they sent the nuke on Godzilla and juiced him up, so that's the reason he won?
Yeah, that's the reason he beat King Ghidorah, is because he was so
I'm pretty
juiced
sure,
by a nuke. I don't think they're going to drop any more nukes.
No, yeah, I feel like I don't think so either. I feel like Kong definitely has like something worth fighting for.
Oh yeah, and he's got the advantage.
He's got the advantage, yeah. And so if like Godzilla puts somebody that he cares about in harm's way, I feel like he can just go monkey mode, as per se, ape mode, and just go crazy. I mean, love underdogs.
Godzilla has the hardcore advantage in their water fight, because it looks like there's going to be 2 fights, one in the city and one on the ocean. Godzilla's got the ocean fight almost guaranteed because he's not anthropomorphic. What's the amphibious? Because he's amphibious, and King Kong is not. He's just a big monkey. I also don't think he has his axe yet, so that also makes a difference.
Maybe he rips off the scales in the water fight. And then
that could be cool. Now, also as a rebuttal, and it could just be trailer editing, Godzilla climbs out of the water. He looks like he's hurt. So I think it's after that fight, and Kong did some damage.
Okay. Okay. I'll concede, because I didn't think that Kong could wield weapons. I was
he's got an axe.
Yeah.
You said Kong has ranged attacks, but like
he could throw his own poop.
Is that an attack, or is that a hate crime? I mean,
yeah, I don't think that's gonna do that much damage, because
that's not canon yet. We haven't seen him do it, but he could do it. He could also throw cars, but the thing is he's got the
I don't think the height advantage. Godzilla.
Okay, well, I'm facts and logic. I'm not a big monkey man. In the fight in the city, Kong's got the advantage. Because of the terrain, because he can like swing around and get around and stuff. Like as we saw in the trailer, he is able to like hang onto the side of the building and jump up and have the height advantage to hit him on the head, to bonk Godzilla with his axe. Realistically, Do I think that one of them will kill the other one? No, I think they will fight for the first 30 or hour 30 minutes, and then the last 30 minutes of the movie they will team up and fight against Mecha Godzilla.
Godzilla, Kong.
The mix of both of them, yeah.
Mix of them, both of them. The humans get DNA from both of them and just create this
I think
massive...
the humans are gonna make Mecha Godzilla, and that's gonna be the reason that Kong and Godzilla fight in the first place, and then they're gonna team up against Mecha Godzilla.
I'm just picturing Godzilla with like monkey arms and legs and like a large tail.
Yo, then he would be unstoppable. Then he'd be
Yeah. He would have
He's
the
got his
perks of
laser
both.
blast,
Yeah.
and he can wield weapons.
Exactly.
And he's a big monkey.
What did you mean by that claim that you said the humans would make Mecha Godzilla and then that would be the reason Kong and Godzilla would fight?
Yeah,
How
so
do those two things relate?
I don't know why. I remember seeing a trailer breakdown, and basically the theory is that Mecha Godzilla is tampering with something that is making Godzilla lash out, and then they're bringing in Kong to protect the world. And the fight's always been prophesized. I don't know if y'all saw that, but there's like at the end of... I watched King of the Monsters last night. That's why I know as much as I do. But at the end of King of the Monsters, there's a little like tribal painting on like there's the cave paintings, and it's Kong fighting Godzilla, and Kong's got the axe. So it's been prophesized. This day was expected to come, but I think they're gonna fight and then they're gonna team up. I saw a theory that I really like. That's like he hasn't been referred to as he's only been referred to as King Kong once, and it was in the first movie, and it's because he's like the king of the island. But almost everyone else refers to him just as Kong. So I saw the thing, Godzilla is the king of the monsters because he killed King Ghidorah. Also the theory about Mecha Godzilla is that they're the head of King Ghidorah that they have, they're gonna put into the skeleton of a kaiju and then cover it in armor and make it Mecha Godzilla. That's the working theory.
That's kind of crazy.
But Godzilla is the king of the monsters, so there's a theory that Kong will beat Godzilla and then be King Kong, king of the monsters.
And he'll create a video game with Mario.
Yeah, and then he'll be
Team
Donkey
up.
Kong.
Donkey Kong. He'll get an epic team up. But no, I
think it'll
definitely
be like
agree with that.
Batman v Superman. I think it'll be Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
Where they team up at the end.
It was kind of
a
like,
bummer.
I mean, well, never mind. I was going to compare it to Civil War, but that's kind of not really, because they're against each other the whole
Almost
time.
the whole movie, yeah.
Almost the whole movie. Yeah, but they come back together in Infinity War and Endgame, so...
Yeah.
It's
That's
like,
what I would prefer out of this movie. I just want to see them fight, and then they do another movie where they make up.
Okay.
But that's not what's going to happen, which is kind of a bummer, but...
They might just kill off Godzilla and then, like, put a... What are the cliffhanger at the end of the movie, like they did Batman v Superman when the dirt was on his grave?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they should do. That's what they should do.
Maybe.
Kong should kill Godzilla.
So the stock market, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy world out there.
Done with Big Monkey Man. Now Small Monkey Man.
Yeah. Okay. I don't.
Best transition I've ever seen in
Stock market,
existence.
huh?
Yes.
It's like
Stock
starting a conversation with like what is it, the stereotypical like the weather.
How about that airline? Oh.
Yeah. The
Pretty nice
airline
weather we're having
food.
today, huh?
Oh my gosh. Have y'all seen the punchline for the what's the deal with airline food?
I have not. No.
Why does no one know the punchline to the joke?
What's the punchline?
I've heard the joke, but I forgot it.
So the whole bit is like, what's the deal with airline food? And then they just move on. The punchline is, why is it so plain?
That's kind of funny.
Like, it's funny, and they've just taken away the punchline.
Yeah, they just took away half the joke. Bro, that's like knock knock. That's it. That's the whole joke. No punchline. No punchline.
Yeah. Anyways,
stock market.
And
stock
what
market.
AMC? Y'all know?
It's just the next place they were juicing.
Okay. So GameStop and AMC, a bunch of Redditors were like, look, we don't want to see GameStop go.
Beds.
So Wall Street Bets, yeah, basically put up a
It was less about they didn't want to see GameStop go, and more about they realized that this hedge fund had a bunch of money against GameStop, and so they were like, let's just juice it and make this company lose a bunch of money.
Lose money.
Yeah, I'm gonna play a video that I found for context now.
Regular everyday people on Reddit, as much as you can be regular and everyday while still being on Reddit, found out that one hedge fund had a huge bet on the GameStop stock going down. And so they said, hey, let's buy the stock and make it go up and screw over this hedge fund and make money while we're doing it. They did that. They did it very well. The hedge fund lost billions and billions of dollars. I think they're filing for bankruptcy now. And then what happened is the Robinhood app that most people trade stocks on, people like the people on Reddit, all of a sudden stopped letting people buy GameStop app with horrible communication. It's unclear why they did that, but obviously the people were pretty mad about it. It seems like they're defending this hedge fund, you know, all these people that are buying yachts and their second mansion home in Miami, while just a regular person on Reddit is trying to pay for their mom's medical bills by like memeing a stock to the moon. Doesn't seem right. So that's what happened. Flex on.
So boom.
Wow, that was really good. Thank
That
you.
was a great video. I
Sutherland
love the video.
Fizz.
Very intellectual, very enlightening. So yeah. Anyways, I think their intentions, the subreddit's intentions are there. I'm just kind of scared to see the aftermath of what's going to happen to our economy, you know?
Yeah, that's understandable.
Mm-hmm. What are your opinions about it, Corey?
Yeah, let's hear what Corey has to say.
Let's see what I have to say.
Corey's the stock man, as we all know.
Yeah, that's what they call me.
It is.
Yes. I definitely agree with what you're saying. I'm scared of the aftermath and see what's going to happen, because this opened up like this just exposed, I don't know.
No,
I get what you're saying. I'm trying to like think of my words. Yeah, I'm trying to think of my words very carefully.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exposed, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the more people, like, it's not. I'm trying to formulate words. It's people are gonna react to this, and it's gonna be interesting to see how peacefully or how negatively they actually do react to it, and see what they're gonna do. Hopefully everything will work out as it's supposed to be.
That's what we want to see. But
yeah.
And the reason we're talking about this on a pop culture podcast is because three really big people have put themselves into this controversy. Elon Musk,
us.
David Dobrik, and
it's us three.
And us three, yeah.
Yeah. So six people. Who's the third one? Elon Musk, David Dobrik, and
the Barstool president.
President.
Barstool.
Okay. But one of his videos came up on my For You page. I was really confused why Barstool Sports was talking about it. I had no clue that he had stock in GameStop.
GameStop.
Yeah.
Well, what's annoying to me is the whole thing is power to the player. You know the GameStop slogan. It's power to the player, like the 1% versus the people. And David Dobrik, Elon Musk, and the Barstool Sports president are the 1%.
Right.
And it's annoying to me that they're just like joining our side and everyone's cool.
Yeah.
Apparently, I had no clue until I looked into this. Apparently, like, a lot of people don't like Elon Musk.
No, he's a bad person.
Yeah. I always had this preconceived notion that, like, Elon Musk is gonna save the world with his electronic cars and PayPal. But
so all his ideas were not his own. He just kind of copyrights them. And all his money came from his father's apartheid, like something to do with apartheid, because they live in South Africa, and so all his money came from his dad. So he's the definition of the 1%. And I saw a comment on TikTok because it was talking about how Elon Musk has joined in, and it was like, to the moon, that whole thing. And there was a comment that was like, Elon didn't join the resistance, he's the leader. And I was like, no, he's the people we're fighting.
I forgot the username, but someone on Reddit who first posted about it, they're the leader, or I guess that whole subreddit's the leader.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's very wrong in this situation to put the top 1% as the leader.
I know.
Of
Yeah.
a movement attacking the top 1%.
It's like you can't join in on the meme to avoid being under fire, and you're just there to make money.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I think the dude who started it is now like a multimillionaire.
Oh yeah, which is fine.
Like-
that's great.
Right. Yeah. He
The
seems like a really
1%
good person.
profiting off of this attack on the 1% is what makes me mad.
Yeah, that's
Kind of counterintuitive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a little bit.
But yeah, I think when I first heard about it, I thought it wasn't real because I was looking at like bigger corporation stocks like Apple, Samsung, and all that. And at the time when I looked, it was like severe, like much less than GameStop. Like theirs would be like 120 something, like 100 something, and then GameStop was at like 354. Jeez, like that's kind of insane.
I think it's funny that it's always been this easy, and just no one has ever done it.
yeah, no.
You don't
I
think
mean,
about
like
it.
people. Well, I mean, like
Yeah.
people have been doing it for years, but
Oh,
now
yeah,
when
but it's
other
always
people
been
start to
right.
do,
Yeah.
but when other people start to do it, that's when they get mad, and that's what
Yeah.
makes everybody else, the non-1%ers, mad.
What I think is cool is it's united the country. GameStop
Yes.
has united the country.
Yeah,
I saw Ted Cruz, or no, AOC tweeted something.
and Ted Cruz.
And Ted Cruz responded, was like,
responded.
totally agree.
Yeah,
And I was like, that's
He
fantastic.
went off on Ted Cruz. Well, not off, but like she burned him. But
Oh, this wasn't in the episode because it's a little political, but
Mhm.
you can cut this out if you want to. But
Okay.
did y'all see that Seth Rogen and Ted Cruz had crazy beef on Twitter?
Really?
Yeah,
I
like
did not see that.
Seth
Cruz-
Rogen was basically just flaming Ted Cruz's like political opinions, and then Ted Cruz would respond and be like, "Yeah, well, I liked your movie, so."
Got him, man. He really.
Yeah, no. Ted Cruz has had a
I
rough.
don't know how to
week.
come back
First-
from there.
But like first with Ted Cruz's Paris climate agreement, and he said that was a very dumb tweet. And then along with the whole GameStop thing, and I guess now I didn't hear about this, but I guess the Seth Rogen in beef. Not a great week for Ted Cruz.
No,
Not a great
not
week.
at all.
Has
I
not,
feel
pretty
bad
funny,
for
though.
His public relations.
Zodiac Killer has not been.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, another thing taking the people a storm is Bridgerton, especially older people. If you like
Which is
Downton
weird.
Abbey, yeah, no. If you like Downton Abbey or those other kinds of British. It is British, isn't it? Never mind. I take back my quotation marks.
British.
Yeah, no, but those British serials. Bridgerton, the musical, has come to TikTok.
Yes.
Presented by Abigail Barlow and Emily Bear. Not the Abigail Barlow you're thinking of. I had to do a double.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. How did she do this?
Yeah, I know. I know that name.
It's all on
but
her
no,
own.
not that one.
No, yeah. So I've known about this girl since last year, because she, when Charlie Puth was doing all the challenges, like where you'd make the song to the beat he made. She made one of those, and I really liked it. And then I saw her name and was like, "That's weird," and almost told Abby. And then this came up again. I totally forgot about her, and this came up again. She's really talented.
Yeah, she is a protege. How do you say that? Protege to Megan Trainor.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
I think it's Abigail Barlow who is, but yeah.
Who's Emily Bear?
I have no clue. I searched up on Instagram. She's a musician, artist.
Oh,
so
wow.
and she loves Bridgerton, of course. So there's that.
Yeah, so Abigail Barlow made like a song that's like "Sing with Me." You know those, those challenges on TikTok. You know what, Andy? Play one right now.
Oh Lord.
Roll the clip.
Roll the clip, Andy.
Okay, fine.
Thought I found a way. Thought I found a way, yeah. Oh, I hope someday I'll make it out of here, even if it takes all night.
There it is.
Yeah.
So it's like the Sing With Me challenge. She made one, and a bunch of people are duetting it and going crazy about it. I know my parents are obsessed with the show, or at least my mom is. It's a little raunchy. It's a little bit risque. A little uncomfortable to walk downstairs to see my mom watching that, but apparently everyone seems to like it. I'm interested if this will pull another Ratatouille. A bunch of people making songs for it.
I don't think so.
I don't think
Did
so
either of you guys see Ratatouille?
Oh yeah,
I did not see it, so
I did. I liked it. I thought it was.
Did you
good.
really?
Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
Well, you know what has to come next after Ratatouille?
What?
The Lorax.
Oh yeah, the Lorax needs to be a musical.
It needs to be a
Now.
musical so bad.
That was
we'll do
also a
it.
trend for a while. That one girl who does like the
Oh, yeah,
Among Us musicals, you know. There's a girl on TikTok that like does like
I've never heard of that.
here's a challenge. I'll write a song and you do the lyrics. The Among Us version. I called this meeting. We need to discuss. That was Fill My For You page. She did one. She did one for the Lorax, and it was really good.
Yeah,
It was my segue into that.
I'll play. I think we're thinking of the same girl. She was like, "I'll play the mom. You play Ted."
Yeah,
Ted,
yeah,
do
yeah.
it, do it. Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Nice. On the topic of music and musicals,
Oh yeah.
Ethan, or actually, you know what? Corey, bring us into the next topic. I don't need to just throw it on you, but I think
Yeah,
you
I was just crazily. Next topic. Oh, I got
the very last.
No, I definitely got the one I got in November, and I was about to say rip Sean Connery, but that's not right.
Yeah, we're past that.
We're going a little bit, just a little bit.
I'll give you a hint. It starts with
Lady
a lady,
Gaga,
it ends with
Lady
Gaga.
Gaga Oreo, and ends with Oreos. Lady Gaga Oreos, pink cookies inspired by Chromatic, her 6th studio album that came out May 29th. I'm just reading off. Lady Gaga Oreos.
Yeah, so she's
do you
released
think?
Oreos, and apparently it leads into some like escape room style, like scavenger hunt to promote her album that came out earlier this year.
Okay.
How does that work?
I don't know.
I think it's like in the packaging. There's gonna be something.
Yeah.
That's
It's like
usually-
kind of like, you know, like the Disney sweepstakes. It'll probably be like that.
Yeah.
Something
Have you seen
along
that
those-
episode of Victorious when they're trying to get a concert to Kesha and
Yeah, they eat all the pudding cups.
the ice cream? Yeah,
Oh, the ice cream. That's right.
that's what it's like.
That's gonna be me with
big
these
question.
Oreos.
Here's the big
Yeah,
question.
Mhm.
Travis Scott burger versus Lady Gaga Oreo.
The Lady Gaga Oreo is pink, and Travis Scott burger was not. So, Lady Gaga Oreo, I think.
Okay. Corey?
What about you, Corey?
I'm colorblind, so I have no color. Isn't really
Well,
I can't.
who do you
tell,
like
but
better?
Yeah. Who had a bigger impact?
I just have to go with. I mean, I had the Travis Scott burger, but I haven't had Lady Gaga Oreo yet. But
Well,
I mean,
disclaimer, me as well.
okay.
I've not eaten Oreos yet.
I just personally love Oreos. They're one of my favorite foods of all time, so I think I would have to go with that. But it depends on because there are some sweet flavors that I just don't like. Like I can eat milk chocolate all day, but like white chocolate, which is like it upsets my stomach and I can't eat it, and just the smell of it makes me sick. So like I don't know if it's gonna just taste the same as a normal Oreo. It's just gonna be pink, or is it gonna have like a strawberry flavor to it? I don't know.
I hope it's strawberry, man. Those are good.
I hope it has
Maybe it'll just be a
chromatic
recolor.
flavor to it.
Chromatic flavor.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
gonna
what would
taste
that
like
taste
actual
like?
metal.
That would taste like battery acid, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It would
Yeah.
taste like this sparkling water. I feel like that would.
You drinking battery acid?
I am drinking battery. Yes, this is what that is. This is battery.
Oh, jeez.
I
You're hardcore.
have had
Yeah.
this one Oreo. I've had one Oreo all my life. No, there's this one type of Oreo that I've only seen once, and I bought a package of it.
What
and
is
I've
it?
never seen it again. It's an Oreo, but instead of like in the middle, it's like cookie dough, like chocolate chip cookie dough.
Yeah, I've never
And
seen
it was
that.
one of
What?
It was one of the best things
sounds
I have ever
fantastic.
tasted in my life.
It does
Yeah,
sound
it was. And then I go back to Kroger the next day to buy more, and they're gone. And I was like,
Man.
I have never had a bad Oreo. I'm just gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
You never had a stale Oreo? Like one?
That's what I'm saying. I've had a stale Oreo before.
Well,
Yeah,
I've had a
stale Oreo.
I mean, like a flavor that they missed. On,
Oh, okay.
you know?
Oh.
Like every Oreo variant is heat.
I mean, it's
Mega
hard
stuff.
to go wrong with an Oreo. It's an
Exactly.
Yeah.
But like they're coming out with crazy like the pumpkin Oreos, you know.
No.
Those were good. The like mint Oreos should not work as well as they do. Red velvet Oreos, those are destined to succeed. You know, it's like stuff like that, you know. It's like I've never had a bad flavored Oreo.
That's kind of true. Yeah, that is kind of.
Do you like the yellow Oreos? I don't know. Are they lemon flavor? I don't know.
I
I just know they're yellow.
Oh, I know what the cookie is like.
Yeah, the cookies
Oh,
ones.
the
Yeah.
white, yeah.
I kind of like those. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like. Those.
Yeah, I like them too. I like
Yeah,
them
they're
too.
good.
Yeah. Are pigeons real? Are they cameras sent out by the government?
Is it pigeons or just all birds?
Pigeons.
Pigeons.
Okay,
Pigeons are the main
specifically.
focus.
Okay.
Of the...
Okay.
So let's start with Ethan. What do you got?
Yeah.
What's
So-
your argument?
Have you seen a pigeon?
Yes.
They move like robots.
Okay. They
You
kind of
ever-
have that little.
They've got like here's my impression of here's my impression of a pigeon. Ready?
That's false.
And then it
That's
goes. And then it
false.
goes. Must serve,
That's what I thought.
Must serve, Master Kennedy.
That's what my elf on the shelf does.
Oh.
That's like what I thought it was, dude. And that's why I was mortified at my elf on the shelf when I was a kid. Because I could have sworn it did that. Anyway, pigeons.
Second piece of evidence. Have you ever seen a baby pigeon?
Technically, yes, but I had to search for it online. So.
It's
No.
propaganda.
Okay.
I've actually never seen one.
Propaganda. Me neither. Me neither. So, also in pigeons, they've got space for a camera, a microphone, a wireless antenna, and a battery. They're decently sized. It's the same reason that every pigeon looks the exact same. Maybe I'm racist because of that. Does that make me racist? I don't think that makes me racist.
Birdist.
All pigeons look the exact same. It's because they're manufactured in factories, pumped out to spy on us. Corey's right. When the government shut down, I didn't see a single pigeon.
Because I don't think pigeons live near where we are.
I've seen a pigeon, Corey.
I
You might
haven't
be
seen a pigeon
mistaking
like
it for a. There's a certain type of dove in Texas that's like gray and looks like a pigeon. It could be a pigeon, but it might be that dove.
I've never seen a pigeon in this area, but you know.
I have. I've seen pigeons.
Where are you going, Ethan? To see pigeons?
Pigeon Town.
Pigeon.com.
Pigeon.
Yeah. So those are my big arguments. I've never
Okay.
seen a baby pigeon before. The theory is that after that JFK was assassinated because he refused to kill a bunch of birds and replace them with drones, and now Lyndon B. Johnson did what JFK couldn't do.
Okay. I don't have any way to deny that, but I have.
Yeah. See.
But I have a way to deny
Checkmate.
your first claim that you've never seen a baby pigeon, and there's a reason behind that. Most baby songbirds are in the nest
Is a
until they are
pigeon a
fully
songbird?
feathered.
Is a pigeon
Yes.
a songbird?
I searched it up and it says feral rock pigeon nest with 2 babies. Really, the only birds we typically see the babies of are the waterfowl. The reason is simple. Most baby songbirds are in the nest until they are fully feathered and as big as the adults. So that maybe could be why you've never seen a baby pigeon.
Here's
Have you ever seen a
another
pigeon nest?
piece of evidence.
I've seen a nest that could be.
How
a pigeon's
come-
nest.
How come the pigeons are only ever in highly populated areas? You ever think of that?
Maybe because
They're
that's
there
where you
to
can get the most
spy.
food. Because
They're
people
there to
are
spy.
dirty and they drop a lot of stuff.
I don't know. They're there to spy is what it seems like to me.
Okay.
You know, that just makes the most sense. There's just pigeons there.
What makes the most sense is that they're a bird that likes to be in one
Doesn't
area.
make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't
So,
make it.
are you
Have either of you
implying-
guys fed a pigeon?
Yeah. No, I haven't.
You fed a pigeon? Where does? Yeah, you just said yeah, so I imagine you have. Where does the food go? Because I've fed a pigeon before. Where does the food go?
The food goes in their food storage system.
And then how do they get? Okay, thank you.
They poop it out.
Yeah.
But their poop looks just like. Tell me why their
Right.
poop looks manufactured too. You ever wonder?
How
that?
d-
How does it
How
look
does their-
manufactured?
It looks like they have found, like, the government has found some sort of way that they can take food and transfer it into energy and take all the waste and drop it out on people.
Have you ever met Larry the Pigeon Man?
No, I haven't. Who's Larry the Pigeon Man?
He's in New York. Like, if you look him up, he's like, they have like a cool animated thing about him. But I met him, and he's just like, he feeds a bunch of pigeons, and they just like rest on him. And there's like 15 pigeons on each arm.
He probably reprogrammed them.
Yeah,
I don't-
and he was only wearing overalls, a hat, and a beard. He was wearing a beard, but he had one of the pigeons in his hat and in his beard, and he was holding two of them in his hand.
That's
And
nice.
so it was I was like very astounded, but like he was like summoning the pigeons, and I was like, this is so, maybe he was like, I don't know, maybe he was one of those pigeon radar, or had a
Oh,
pigeon magnet on him, recharge stations, but like
This one's a little sus, but I'm looking at pictures of
Okay.
JFK feeding here, I'll send it in the Slack.
Oh my goodness.
Picture of JFK feeding a bunch of pigeons. And they do not look like the pigeons we have today.
I mean, let's see here. The people who aren't in this episode are gonna be very strange. Like, okay, well, I don't know what you're talking about because those are pigeons, man.
No, they don't look like. Here, I'll send a picture of a pigeon post JFK.
Post JFK pigeons.
I
Oh
thought
my
you were gonna-
goodness. No,
I thought you were gonna
Ethan,
I thought you were
These look
gonna
like pigeons.
send a pigeon post to JFK, and I was like, how are you gonna do that? Here you go, JFK.
This is what a pigeon looks like.
They're gonna be very like Krista and John are gonna be like, why are you sending pictures of pigeons in the chat?
I
Oh, man.
Here's what a pigeon looks like.
I know what a pigeon looks like. And
what
they
did
look
pigeons look
Oh,
like
yeah?
before JFK, pre-JFK?
That
or
is
during JFK?
pre of JFK. The pigeons I just sent. This
Well, I'm
one
not in the-
sending right now.
I don't think I'm in the-
Oh, of course. Well, look, that one's in
Ethan,
color.
I think
That one's
you
in
gotta get
color.
your eye-
The pre-JFK pigeons aren't. What's the
Oh my
Explain
god. Ethan. Those
No,
are
but for
pigeons.
real,
Jack.
Those
You
are
sent
those are
two of the
fluffier.
same
Those
picture
are
pretty much.
Those are fluffier, and this later pigeon is smooth, robotic even.
You do realize that these two pictures could be taken in different seasons, maybe?
Do they change their
They could.
plumage?
They could. Maybe in winter they're more packed.
like that
Yeah,
word.
Maybe in the summer
Who
they
made you a
start.
pigeon expert?
Oh my goodness! It's just basic
Who
knowledge.
died
that
and put
most
you on the
things-
pigeon throne?
Oh my goodness! Look, here's what I'm saying. The reason I don't think that pigeons are government spies is because they act like other birds. So
They're
two things.
programmed to.
Okay. Alright. I think what's going on here is people are making fun of pigeons because of the way they walk, the way they talk, and I
And
personally
the way they look! The way they look!
I'm not gonna take it. You guys are being discriminatory against pigeons, and I don't think, as a member of What's Popping, I can stand that from you, even, because it's just not right. It's really just not right.
I'm not discriminating against the pigeons. It's not their fault that they were mass-produced to spy on America. They were extinct. They've gone extinct. That's so sad. I'm sad for the pigeons. Look at the pigeons during JFK's presidency. They look so happy. And look at that pigeon I
in
sent.
black and white.
Look at that pigeon I just sent. It's robotic. It's cold. It's in color, but it's cold.
It's in color. I mean, it's. I
It's
think it
watching.
looks like it's
like,
smiling, but
this is what it's doing.
no, that's not what it's doing.
For the audio listeners, I'm staring at the camera very menacingly because that's what
Oh,
the
yeah.
pigeon's doing.
This is going to be a rough segment for the audio listeners, but
Yeah. See-
which is a reason why you should come to our YouTube channel. And,
I don't know where I
Washington
stand. I feel like there's something up with pigeons, but I don't
There's gotta
necessarily
be.
know if they're robots. I don't know if they're robots.
And this
'Cause, like-
explains JFK's assassination.
I don't think it does.
But I feel like the media has been trying to warn us about pigeons for years. I don't know if you guys have seen Spies in Disguise with Will Smith.
I haven't seen it, but yeah, I know.
Turns into pigeon.
Maybe just the name of the movie itself, Spies
Yeah,
in Disguise.
in disguise, exactly. Boom. And then I don't know if you've seen that one Phineas and Ferb episode where Doofenshmirtz controls all the pigeons. Yeah, and they do a kick line together. Bro, I feel like that was based on historical events.
It was based on JFK.
That was based.
Or Lyndon
Doofenshmirtz
B.
was
Johnson.
JFK.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
Lyndon B. Johnson.
I'm just saying, there's too many unanswered questions.
Like
And
what?
this ticks all the boxes, you know.
I 100% am sure that one Google search can answer any unanswered questions you have.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Then I'll look up why JFK was assassinated.
Why-
Okay.
Have you guys-
I mean,
I just.
I mean, it's not gonna give you the answer you're looking for, but
It's just gonna be an episode of a. It's gonna be an episode. It's gonna be a picture of a pigeon, or pigeons are just gonna come and knock at your window.
It'll
And they're
just
gonna be
say
like, "You're too
pigeon.
far, too far."
Yeah, it'll just say pigeons on the screen, and then
Yeah.
I will just leave the Zoom call.
Yeah.
You'll never hear from me again.
right.
Yeah.
This pigeon's wearing a "Make America Great Again" hat.
Oh,
What's that supposed to mean?
that they're affiliated with the president?
Look,
And then
Former
I guess
president.
that gives.
gives credentials to my theory.
I think it's photoshopped, or somebody is harassing a pigeon and putting a MAGA cap.
Putting hats on it. Have you
Yeah.
guys ever seen an albino pigeon?
You
You mean a dove?
I don't think I have.
I don't think they're doves. Like I've seen like in New York.
They kind of
I've
look like
seen,
them, though. Does that make me racist?
No, but like
Makes you
pigeons that
ageist.
like have there's like different forms, but there's like pigeons that are mixed with gray and white, and then there's pigeons that are fully white with red eyes.
Interesting.
Have you guys ever seen? Have you never seen an
Those
albino
are
pigeon?
the alphas.
Those are the
Alpha
yeah.
visions. So,
Those are the
so,
true robots.
so are you
Those
saying
are the-
now that there is a hierarchy among robot
Well, yeah.
pigeons?
Well, there's always like you've seen Terminator, you know.
Yeah.
You know how there's like the mass-produced Terminators, and then there's a couple like alpha Terminators
Mhm.
that are like in charge, you know, because it's like an
Yeah.
army. They're an army of pigeons.
Yeah.
The
Like in
white
Star
ones,
Wars, like the
white
battle
ones.
droids.
Yeah, the battle droids. There's a couple like
Yeah,
captain
yeah.
battle droids.
Mm-mm.
That's
Right.
that's the white ones.
But I
That's the
think
white
that's
ones.
because battle droids and the Terminators have like a little bit higher of an intelligence than a bird with a camera inside of it.
Well, they're
So I
droids.
don't think.
I do have
Drones, okay.
another point to bring up.
Mhm.
How come pigeons are the closest bird you can get to? Every other bird you can't get close to, but pigeons you can just sit up right next to them, feed them.
I
It's
think
because
that
they're
has-
surveying you.
No, I don't think that's.
They're getting
right.
your blood. They're getting your blood sample. They're gonna,
Yeah.
They're gonna. There's gonna be a
Well-
little needle when you're like feeding them that's gonna go into your finger and take your blood.
I think it's
Wake up,
because
America.
pigeons, before people were really like, let's say New York City, because that's where I know a bunch of pigeons are. Let's say that before New York City was popping, let's say 1600s, 1700s, right before it starts popping off, or maybe a little bit, I don't know, but 1600s, 1700s, there's pigeons. I've seen pigeons in political cartoons. Okay.
They were real back then, and then after.
And here's what I'm saying. I think
They're all
what's gone
replaced.
on is from circa like 1600 to now 2021, pigeons have evolved to like humans because humans have severely infiltrated their habitat.
So why haven't rats done that?
Rats have done that in.
They
New York
haven't.
City.
No, rats are not friendly with humans.
Oh well, they're not friendly, but because the rat has an ulterior motive. The rat is just going
I'm-
after your food.
I'm
That's what
confused.
pigeons are doing.
Ethan, I'm
pigeons are also
confused.
doing
Did you
that.
really see the Ratatouille musical? Or
Yeah, I did. Okay.
okay.
All right. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay.
I think
Rats are
and
not friendly,
pigeons-
other than renting.
Rats and pigeons have taken two different approaches to gaining from humans. Rats have noticed that humans are dirty. We leave a lot of food around. We leave a lot of dirt around. They are consuming that dirt and fighting for their lives. Pigeons have realized that they don't have to do that. They've realized that over time, they've built trust among humans, okay? And they can get food from humans.
Well, that trust is all gone.
Why is it all gone?
Because they're all robots.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
whatever.
we were talking about pigeon, the media warning us of robotic pigeons.
Mm-hmm.
And have you all seen The Incredibles?
Yes.
This one's about a pigeon. The bird, who's the robot camera in The Incredibles, that's watching Dash and Violet and Mrs. Incredible. It's a robot surveillance bird. Hollywood knows something that we don't.
That's why they have all these movies, bro.
That's why they've got all the movies warning us about pigeons.
Well, okay.
If pigeons have been around so much, why isn't it our
I think that of all organizations and people, Hollywood would not be the one to have the responsibility to notify the people that
I mean, they taught us about the
I don't
Matrix.
know. Hollywood's deeply involved in the Illuminati. So there's a whole bunch. Yeah, that's like the whole thing.
Well, I mean, I've only seen that.
Lady Gaga like sold her soul to the devil to become famous.
Right, but that's not Hollywood. That's music.
Yes, but it's involved in that sort of. I mean, Lady Gaga's Hollywood now.
Well, yeah, but
I just think like there's too much going on in the background that we don't know, and so clearly they must know something about the pigeons. They have to, you know. It's like. It's like there's no other explanation, you know. There's
definitely another explanation.
There's too many clues. There's too many clues. You know who was JFK's mistress?
Who was JFK's mistress?
Pigeon.
Marilyn Monroe.
Okay.
And
are you trying to tie Marilyn Monroe to Hollywood? And then
or pigeons? Oh, okay. I thought you were trying to. I was trying to like what? And she likes pigeons, or
JFK's tied to pigeons.
JFK is tied to pigeons. Okay.
Okay. And Marilyn Monroe is tied to Hollywood, so she probably knew.
Right. And told Hollywood, and Hollywood didn't want to tell anybody else because they wouldn't get in trouble, so they created a bunch of movies.
So yeah, they hid it wherever they could to try to tell.
I'm gonna look up best pigeon movies. You know the Pigeons and Bolt? They're my favorite.
Yeah, aren't they surveillance cameras too?
They're not.
How do we know?
I think those are real pigeons.
So you tell me Bolt was pre-JFK?
Well, it's in color, so I don't know.
Oh my lord!
I just typed in best pigeon movies, and Storks was the first thing that came up.
That's wrong. They're wrong.
I thought when you would type best pigeon movies, it would show you a bunch of Hawaiian movies because of pigeon. But do y'all understand that? Do y'all know what pigeon is? No. Oh, it's like a slang in Hawaiian. It's like how we have, I guess the closest thing, I hate to do this comparison because pigeon is much more acceptable, but AAVE, Ave, I think. I forgot what AAVE stands for, but it's basically like African American tone of your voice, African American slang. That's what AAVE is. It's basically what pigeon is. I thought he was gonna show a bunch of movies that were in pigeon, but yeah.
Let me propose this piece of evidence too. Y'all ever seen the video of the pigeon saluting to Putin?
I have seen that video. It's pretty funny. It's pretty.
What's the deal with that?
I think.
Riddle me this.
That was a coinky dink. I don't think that was. I think it's funny that he saluted to the pigeon. The pigeon saluted back. It could be edited. I don't know. It looked like it was shot on a potato, but when that video was shot, they did have potato cameras. So
this YouTube video is called "Why Does a Pigeon Bob Its Head When?" I'm watching it. I'll let you know what it does.
Okay.
Please tell me.
Why does it bob its head when it walks? New research reveals all. Pigeon bots do that strange little thing where it thrusts its head forward with each step. The head bob is synonymous with pigeons, and no other bird seems to move this way. The answer to this phenomenon is stabilization. As the surveillance drone walks across the street, its head briefly stays still. The pigeon moves forward, The camera is stationary. This gives the drone a stabilization effect, improving its vision of the world around it.
When you said stabilization, I thought you meant stabilization is like why we have 5 toes to stay upright. Why we
No.
walk with our hands moving.
No,
like
to keep the camera stable.
Okay.
Because the camera, I'm looking at it. I'm watching this video. The camera moves in the exact same spot because the pigeon is doing this thing
Okay.
as
All
it
right,
walks.
Have you ever seen a dead pigeon though?
No,
I think I have.
I have.
Maybe.
I've seen dead birds. Never seen a dead pigeon.
All right, well, that's where we're going to leave it today with dead birds.
Pigeons.
Thank you guys for listening to What's Poppin'. Season 3, episode 5. We talked about a whole lot of nonsense today, guys. We talked about Kong versus Godzilla memes. That was fun. We talked about the stock market. And we, of course, every episode until the series is over, talked about Wanda Vision. Next episode, we're going to do another review of Wanda Vision. It's hopefully going to be exciting. Me and Corey have some theories. So we're going to see if those come true. We're going to see if those were completely wrong. We don't know. Thank you for listening to this episode. If you would like to hear more of us, search up TCFM on Anchor, where you will get a couple podcasts in the works. We have a true crime podcast, very new, came out this week, I believe. We have The Undefeated, that's our sports show. Definitely go listen to them. Great commentary on sports, which I cannot provide. I don't watch sports. And then we have this podcast, of course, the one and only What's Poppin'. Of course, the best podcast of them all, but I mean, that's coming from a co-host, so, you know, I have bias or whatever, but honestly, we're just the greatest.
Best podcast
you know?
I've ever been on. So.
I'm joking. We're all
Ain't
equal
that
because we are all great in our own ways. Make sure to follow us on TikTok. I'll put it in the bio of this episode. And if you're listening to the audio version, make sure you click that link below, which will take you to a playlist we have made on TCTV's YouTube channel, where you can watch video versions of the podcast. Make sure you subscribe to TCTV's YouTube channel so you get updates on not only our weekly announcements, but also 3 shows. Beyond the Sidelines, which is very similar to The Undefeated. The Talent Show, which Ethan Hyatt and Corey Sayer are both on with me today.
Haven't heard of that one.
And then, of course, What's Poppin'. Great content coming out pretty much weekly.
Yeah.
So, boom. Oh, and of course, a 4th show with John Gutierrez, Spanish news. Of course, we can't.
Oh
forget about
yeah,
Spanish
I
news.
watched one of those episodes. It was
Yeah,
good.
it's great. John Gutierrez is putting in that work. So if you want to support TCTV, TCFM, and our podcast, make sure you do all of those things. Check the bio. I put a lot of work in the bio. But anyways, that's been What's Poppin' for today. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Ba-da-ba-da.